Hello, everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Gilmore Girls, Season 1, Episode 4, The Deer Hunters.
I'm glad that this is the last one we're doing today because my anxiety is really up.
The next one's not so bad.
Well,
yeah.
The
next handful are not so bad.
It's like, man, are we watching Maisel? Because I'm stressed.
There are some that are like that, but it also does this. So it's kind of season 1 vibes, like season 1 of anything vibes, where it's like still kind of like settling in. So I get it, but it doesn't keep being like this consistently.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is, I want to say, the last schoolwork thing that ends up being like a big issue.
Okay.
Like schoolwork, not school.
Okay.
Because like the kids still suck.
Okay, but her grades are
fine? She does amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so the big story in this one is that Rory gets a D on an English paper, and they're having a huge Shakespeare test coming up that is 20% of her grade, and so she like freaks out and has to study a whole ton. And she also doesn't tell Lorelai because she's like embarrassed and also just thinks she can like handle it by herself. This is also the first introduction of Mr. Medina. Thoughts?
He is hot.
Yeah, you like Scott Cohen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree. I think he is
smoking.
I
would have had such a crush on him.
Yeah. You're allowed.
I mean, I'm an adult.
Yeah. He and Lorelai have a little meet cute in this episode. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Got it. I am here. Well, Suki, the restaurant gets a review, and it's a really good review, but he makes a comment about the risotto, which was
just being fine.
Magic risotto that kept Suki's mom alive for 3 extra years. So she has a whole thing going in and out about figuring out what else he ordered that could have like changed the taste of it, and because he ordered it with a Riesling, it was like it tasted wrong. So we don't actually get like a wrap up for that story, but presumably he just was like, yeah, it's better with this wine that you told me to drink with it. So it's cute. She's like really morose in this episode, and so when Jackson comes in and he doesn't have the mushrooms she's looking for, she's just like, whatever.
It's
I don't
fine.
care.
I mean, but who would, with all of the things that I'm sure like Suki like put out on the table, why would you order a Riesling?
I don't know.
It's not an even enough like taste to be a catch-all.
So that's true for sure. So I think if I were a food critic, unless there were specific wine pairings suggested, I would just drink water.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because that would be the only way to fully measure unless the wine enhances the flavor of the food.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So I find it bizarre as well.
Yeah.
What did you think about Rory's like freak out?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And Paris deserved it, as did Tristan. And I just would have also hit Paris in the face with my book when she's chirping in my ear.
Also, like, it wasn't even really impressive. All she did was memorize. Was that a soliloquy or was that a sonnet? I think it was from a play.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm become very lax on my Shakespeare knowledge, so I believe it's from a play.
I just like,
congratulations. I also had a ton of Shakespeare monologues memorized and was in a Shakespeare play.
Nice.
Hooray for you, Paris.
I memorized, because we had 2 for English class, I memorized one of the monologues from the nurse in Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
Oh, I have a feeling I know which one.
Yeah. I mean, I think she only has one.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do Juliet.
Yeah, because that play is boring.
So boring.
Ugh, no. My audition piece for all the scholarships and schools that I did was Helena's monologue from
Midsummer.
Yeah, when she says, "I am your dog."
Yeah.
Oh,
so good. I love Midsummer.
But then I played Hermia when I was in the show.
That's cool too.
So
I like them both.
Helena was more fun.
Well, for sure, but I like them both.
No, but the director, Jim Kiley, R.I.P., when they decided that they were doing Midsummer, apparently he had already decided that I was going to be Hermia. And I just didn't tell anybody.
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, thank you.
you.
And then I had 2 giant wardrobe malfunctions during that run. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
That. Well, that's okay. That's a play that at least lends itself to a little...
to nakedness? Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I personally love this outburst that she has.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so good. I love how she gets in Paris's face, and then Paris finally...
Did she call her Miss Quippy?
Yeah. Oh, no, nothing back for that, Miss Quippy. Why so silent? Yeah. And then she just like screams in Tristan's face that her name is Rory. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm. She has another one in season 2 that isn't to either one of them. It's just the headmaster, but it's fantastic.
He deserves it. I don't like him.
No, he's awful.
And I
told you, Quentin Travers.
I can understand, like, teaching children responsibility.
Of course.
And this world does not make concessions for you and all that. Motherfucker, I am paying out the asshole for my daughter to go to this school. She came in late. She came in 10 minutes late?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So take a percentage off the grade.
Sure.
But and they always, because you and I have talked about this, but showing up late for class when there's something going on, and they're like, oh, but in the real world, you won't be able to excuse it. Yes, they do. Yeah,
do you know
they very much do.
Do you know how many times I have been late to work by accident? 0. Do you know how many times every single one of my bosses has been late to work by accident?
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
That kind of crap, and especially high school, because that's usually a college trope where it's that you close the lecture doors at 9 o'clock on the dot. And it's first of all, that's also never happened to me. Someone closing the door on me.
I mean, I witnessed it, but I never had it closed on me. My organizational
I've never even witnessed it.
Oh no, my org comm teacher was horrifying. I hated her. She was so rude. This kid came from his job, and there was an accident on the highway.
That's the thing. You can't.
And it was 8 minutes late.
You can't take for granted everybody's situation.
I know. It's terrible. And I'm just my ass will be late, and I will still walk in with my stupid little iced coffee and be like, oh, traffic.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. Because it's well, I'm obviously running behind, so I need my caffeine intake.
I just also think that in addition, that's why I enjoyed my degree of soft science. My little sociology, everybody is just it's how people work.
Yeah. Well, and then because Mr. Medina makes the comment about how Chilton is testing out or whatever every bit of empathy and human connection as possible with
the
Chilton.
AP test, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, and it mirrored so perfectly what the headmaster described, and it's we are producing competitive children, and it's and asshole adults.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
We don't need any more asshole adults. And I think specifically having that parent-teacher night in this where all of the parents are just bloodthirsty, what's going to be on the AP test? And he's well, we don't know, but we're going to do our best, obviously.
And he makes a joke about bribing, and they all start chattering, and he was like, that was a joke.
Yeah. And I
liked learning.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do well, but I didn't want it to consume my everything.
Who does? That sounds terrible.
And it's just if things didn't work out sometimes, it prepared me for experiences later in life where shit just wasn't gonna work out.
I have half gifted kid syndrome because I was not in AP, but I was in all honors classes almost all through high school. So in the middle, between regular classes, honors, and then AP. And I sometimes am wow, did I peak in high school? I'm just I don't know, man, because it's just I still like to learn, and I'm always the one who, when someone asks a question, I'm let's look it up, let's find out. Same. I'm so curious, but
I'm very much the did you know person, socially. So
but it's just I think it's so damaging to teach to the test that way.
Yeah.
Because then you take the joy out of learning. I think learning is fun, and I think finding out new things is fun and interesting. And if you're only doing it so that you can prove that you're better than someone, which is, I think, one of the reasons why Paris is such an interesting foil for Rory, because Rory does do it because she likes to learn. She's a curious person. she's a smart person and she likes the act of learning new things and reading and like finding out new stories and stuff. And it is the type of thing where like as the show goes on, Paris meets her like at her level a lot more. She like loses a lot of her like really aggressive traits and like really out of control personality. But I do like them as a foil together now because it is like Paris is doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
she's doing it for power.
Fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a really hard time learning math and no one made it fun for me. No. So I, to this day, don't like math.
No, I have like deep trauma about math. If I was doing math and I was asking for help from my parents, I was crying by the time we were done.
Same.
Yeah.
Like fractions, I don't ever want to talk about them, ever. It was terrible. It was absolutely horrendous. And that was the thing. No one wanted to take the time and kind of quell my fear about math.
Yeah.
Because there was a way to get to the correct answer, but then somehow I would lose my way. And then it was like, and everyone just called me stupid.
Apparently, you and I would do really well with new math.
Probably.
It's apparently better.
And that, okay. Let's learn math.
Too late. No,
let's
no.
Oh, why?
I don't want to learn math.
No,
you put that in the universe.
No, I'm taking it back. I take it back. No. I worked at a bank for 5 years. That was enough.
I'm 37. If I don't know the math I need right now to make it for the rest of my life, it's too late for me.
I have these. Yeah. I can do math.
And I got 10 more down there on my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really... The relationship of Rory with Chilton is one that is interesting for the first 3 seasons because she's a sophomore right now, so then there's 2 more. But because it is like a push and pull kind of thing where it's like they don't really realize exactly what they're dealing with her because she was raised by Lorelai and she's so different. But I really like it. Lorelai really stepped up in this episode to help her study too.
She did.
That was super nice. And I do actually think that's it. That's a good episode. I like that episode a lot. Season 1 actually has like a ton of good episodes.
It was a good episode. It's just we did 4 in a row, and that is again.
Yeah, that's one.
A lot of Palladino.
Yeah.
So
maybe 4 is our limit.
Yeah,
we'll try to do 4 in a row sometimes.
Yes, as long as there's not. Oh, we didn't even touch on the deer.
Oh yeah, Rory got hit by a deer.
Yeah.
And nobody believed her. Everybody was like, you hit a deer? And she was like, no, I got hit by a deer. Which is like such a far out excuse that I wouldn't even consider that it was an excuse.
Yeah. We got hit by a deer. We were in my mom's like new RAV4.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We were driving my friend Savannah home. This was in middle school and it just came up and hit us like right on the side door on the back. And then I hit a deer.
We did also get a glimpse into Lane's closet.
Yes.
Which she keeps secret.
Poor Lane.
Yeah.
Just let him.
So
just let kids.
She does end up like getting out from under the thumb, but it takes a while also. But Lane is an interesting character. We haven't gotten enough of her yet, but we will get.
I like her.
We'll get a lot more. And then also, fashion for this episode. I've got 2. I really liked Lorelai's blue, like,
I knew you were going to
snake print blouse.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
And then I also really liked the lavender blouse with the blue leather skirt at the end. What did you think I was going to say?
Her blue headband thing.
Oh, she wears a lot of headbands. She wears a lot of ill-advised hats too in the future.
Well, I just would really like it if her, like, in fashion carried over to Chilton because she's very together at work. Why can't that carry over to the school? Which I know why.
Well, okay, no, but the reason that she was wearing that B-52 shirt is because she spilled coffee on herself.
I know.
Yeah,
but I mean, I just feel like we could do it for the inn. We can't really pull it together for Chilton when it's like appearances count.
So that also, I think this is kind of like the last moment where they are like super fish out of water at Chilton.
Okay, good.
It's like a lot more like Paris is still not nice to Rory for a while, but that they
which is fine. I just can't have Lorelai making an ass of herself.
No, I mean anymore. It's never like smooth sailing with the headmaster, but it's fine.
That's fine. It's a dick.
He's a super dick. Yeah. But yeah. I'm excited. So we'll pick this back up at some point. By the time that you are watching this,
we will have already watched.
We will have already watched some more. So,
yeah.
Let us know what you think. You can like and subscribe. Yeah. I'm so excited. You're liking it?
I am, yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. Yeah. Okay. So we're committed to season 1 for sure, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what kind of reception this gets.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.